Hello friends, how are you doing? In the video of today, we will learn together how to apply for visa for Spain step by step. In this video, we will be explaining the visa policy of this country, how to fill the application form, how and where to apply for the visa, all travel rules due to COVID-19, all the required documents that you will need while applying, and in the end, we'll ask you a question that we will discuss together in the comments. So make sure you watch this video till the end. But before we start, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any inquiry or question, please write it down there in the comment section below. First, let's explain together the visa policy map of the Schengen area, as the country of today is a part of the Schengen area. So if you are a holder of a passport belong to any country of the Schengen area, if you are a holder of a visa of any country in the Schengen area, you have a free access to any country inside the Schengen area. And also there are some countries who can get access to Schengen area without visa. For example, countries of all the countries of North America, Australia, United Arab Emirates, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, and many countries in South America. All these countries can get into the Schengen area and stay there for 90 days. For the rest of the world, speaking about all African countries and almost all Asian countries, all these countries must obtain visa before traveling to the Schengen area, and some of these countries like Iran, Iraq, Ethiopia, Somalia, Pakistan, you will need both visas for traveling to the Schengen area or even transiting inside the Schengen area. If we will look together, so basically this is the general application form for a Schengen visa. Let's check together this form. You will have first to print it and to start filling it manually. Here in this part you'll have to write your surname, and here you'll write also your surname, at birth your first name, whatever that data that you don't know, you don't have to fill. The date of birth, the place of birth, your country of birth, your current nationality, or if you have any other nationality. Here you will have to fill male or female, your civil status if you are single, married, registered partnership, separated, divorced, whatever status is, you'll have to write. Then the parental authorities, in case if you are a minor or something, and you your legal guardian, you'll have to write the surname and the first name of your legal guardian if you are a minor, and the phone number and the email address and the nationality also. Here you will have to write your ID number from your national identification number. After that you will start with the type of your travel document. In general it will be ordinary passport, but if you are a holder of any other passport like diplomatic passport, you will have to write it. And if you have any other travel document, you will have to specify here. After that you will start with the number of your travel documents, the date of issue and the expiry date. Also, it's valid until which date, and it is issued by which country. Here, if you have any personal data of the family member who is in European Union or a citizen there, you'll have to write the surname of that family member or first name of that family member, and the date of birth of such member, or the nationality of such member, and the identification number of such member. But if you don't have, you don't have to fill it. Only fill it if you have a family member who is in the European Union. Then the family relationship with an European Union citizen if applicable, so you have to write it if applicable. Then you will have to write the applicant's home address and email address. You will have to write your own home address and your email address and your phone number also. Okay, here you will have to write the residence in which country you are applying for the visa. Are you applying from your own country or you are applying from other country? Here you will have also to write your current occupation, what you are doing right now, what kind of job you are doing right now. And here you will have to give some information about your employer, the employer address, the phone number, and if you are a student you will have to give the name and the address of your educational establishment if it is a school or a university. Here you'll give the purpose of your journey. Are you traveling for tourism, for business, visiting family, friends, culture, sport, whatever purpose is, you will have to fill it. And here are some additional information on purpose of stay. You will have to give those information. Also, if you have anything you would like to add, you can just write it right here. And the member state of main destination and other member state of destination if applicable, and member state of first entry. Also you have to write the name of such state here, the number of entries requested. Do you want a single entry, 2 entries, multiple entries? And also here this part for the fingerprints, have your fingerprints being collected previously for the purpose of applying for a Schengen visa. You will write yes or no, depending on your situation. The entry permit for the final country of destination, where applicable, if it is applicable also, it will be issued by and valid from that day to that day. The surname and first name of the inviting person. If you have an inviting person, you will have to write his surname or first name. If not applicable, you will have to write the name of the hotel or the hostel or your accommodation establishment where you will be staying in the country, in which hotel, in which place. You will have also to give the address and the email address of the inviting person or the hotel or the temporary accommodation, and also you will have to give the telephone number. Here also you will have to give the name and address of the inviting company and organization if applicable also, because if you are not invited by a company or organization, you don't have to give any details about it. And here are the surname, first name of contact of any person from this company or organization. Here you'll give also telephone number of such person from such company or organization. Cost of traveling and living during the applicant's stay is covered. How are you going to cover your own stay? Are you going to cover it by yourself or by a sponsor? If you are going to cover it by yourself, you have to check this box and you have to write how: by cash, credit card, or which mean. Or if someone invited you, a host or company, you will have to fill the mean of support they will provide to you. In the end, you will have to sign to read first this declaration, and after reading this declaration, you will have to write the place from where you are applying and the date of your application or filling this form. And here you will have to write your name and your signature, or if you are a minor, your legal guardian will be signing this in your behalf. And we have checked together how to fill this application form step by step by yourself. So in order to apply for visa for Spain, you will have to visit this office, BLS Spain Visa. Once you click over this link, this page will appear in front of you, and here you will have to choose your country. Those are all the countries. You can find India, you can find Egypt, you can find Algeria, you can find Pakistan, you can find many different countries, Turkey also. And once you find your country, you just click. For example, assuming we choose India. Okay, now choose India. Once you click over India, this page will appear in front of you, and in order to book an appointment, you just click here, book an appointment. You're applying for Schengen visa, then click book your appointment. Then this page will appear in front of you. You will have to fill this form and submit it, and your appointment will be booked, and now you will be ready to go to the visa application center to submit all your documents. So what are the travel documents that you need to prepare before applying for the visa? Speaking about your passport must be original, and it must not be older than 10 years, with at least 6 months of remaining validity, and with at least 2 blank visa pages for the stamps. In many cases, you will need also a passport photocopy. It might be 1 copy or more than one, and it's preferred to be colored, and both data page and photo page must be shown if separated. In some cases, you might be required to photocopy every single page of your passport, but in general, only the data page and the photo page are the needed ones. Speaking about the personal pictures, you will need at least 2 personal pictures. Sometimes only 1 is needed, other times 3 pictures are needed, but in general, there are only 2. They must be new, not older than 6 months. It should be clear and show your full face, and it is preferred to be with white background, and you should give normal and neutral expressions. No head or face covering is acceptable except for religious reasons. Speaking about the visa application form, in general cases, you need only 1 copy of the visa application form, but sometimes you might be required to submit 2 copies or even 3. Visa forms are different from a country to another. In general cases, you should print it and fill it manually, but many countries now are providing their application form in an online platform. So you can fill the application form online, and after that you can print it and sign it. Anyway, for the application form, you just fill it as we do in the video. In most of the visa application processes, you will be required to provide a proof of status. For example, if you are an employee, you will have to provide a letter from your employer or from your HR department mentioning your name, your work detail, and your salary. And both address and contact numbers should be mentioned also in that letter. And all letters must have an original signature and a stamp. But in case you are the owner of the company or you run your own business, then your commercial registry and your tax card must be presented. But if you are a student in a school or a college, an enrollment letter should be provided from your university or your school. In some certain cases, you might be applying from a country different than your own country. At that moment, you will need to provide a proof of a legal status, which is a certificate of legal residence in this country. And in some cases, a valid residence visa for this country can be also accepted. You will also need to provide a proof of sufficient funds, which is a bank statement stating your balance for at least 6 months. The original bank statement must show your name and should be signed and stamped by the bank representatives. And remember that cash will not be accepted as a proof of fund. You should also provide a flight reservation. It could be an initial booking, but in some minor cases, you will need to provide a confirmed booking. And remember that this flight reservation must include a return ticket. So let me show you a short tutorial in how to book your flight, and we will use this site, skyscanner.net. Alright, starting with our site, this part is a little bit boring, but we will see what we can do. First, you have to select what type of flight you want. A return flight, like 2 ways, going and returning, or 1-way flight, or multi-city. And let me show you an option. If you would like to change the language, you can change it from here. You can choose your language, you can choose your country, you can choose your currency, whatever fits you. Alright, so assuming that you have, for example, a travel plan, you're moving between different cities, so you can choose this multi-city option. You can add different cities here, and you can adjust your date of arrival, date of departure, and you can book all these tickets at once, which is a very great option. But let's just assume you are moving from only one city to another, and you want to have a return flight going and returning back. So assuming you are going from Istanbul, of course you can choose whatever you want, if it's in Istanbul or Surat or whatever airport it is, and returning, what is your destination? Where are you going? You're going to Delhi, or you're going to Tbilisi, or whatever, Georgia, Tbilisi. And here you will have to choose your departure date and here you'll have to choose your return date, and here you have to choose your cabin class. Are you going on economy class, premium economy, business class, first class, or what? And you're an adult, okay, you have any children with you, all right, and here, okay, now you can search flights. Once you click search flights, all the flights will appear in front of you. You can choose whatever flight you want. You can go with the best or the cheapest or the fastest, but it's almost the same here. But of course the price will change depending on the destination, and also will change depending on the date. So let's click this flight, for example, and now will appear in front of us. Let's check the details of this flight. And for this flight, you can book it from different sites. You can book it directly from Skyscanner, or you can go to any of those sites to book it. But yeah, we will book it from Skyscanner. It is the cheapest anyway. Let's click book. But wait, before booking, let's see the details of each flight. Okay, it's a direct flight from Istanbul to Tbilisi, and it's a direct flight from Tbilisi to Istanbul. So by clicking on these arrows, you can see the details of each flight. Let's click book, and here you can see the dates. Okay, you're going, departure, okay, going, returning, and the date, and now click book. So once you click booking, your trip appears in front of you, and the total price appears in euros. Why? Because they set their prices here in euro in Skyscanner. So now you can see the details. Okay, you have one cabin page, you have one checked page. Now let's click next and see more about the details and the checkout. So in the end, what you need to do is to add a contact details, which is an email and a phone number, and after that you will have to add a traveler, which is your name, your middle name, your last name, and in the end you will have to click pay, and by clicking pay you can do your payment, and congratulations, you booked your flight. You will also need to provide a proof of accommodation. It could be a confirmed hotel reservation, or an invitation from a host in this country, or an invitation from an organization you are visiting in this country. For a hotel or hostel, an initial booking is acceptable, but in some minor cases you might need to provide a confirmed booking. And anyway, the name of your hotel must be mentioned, and the address and the contact number. But in case you are invited by a person, either the letter of invitation should be mailed directly to the embassy, or to be submitted by you, accompanied by a copy of the passport of that inviting person. There are different sites that you can use to book a hotel or a hostel, but let me show you a fast tutorial how to book your hostel from booking.com. So this is our site, booking.com. First you have to specify where are you going. Let's say I'm going to Istanbul. I want to have Istanbul. Okay, I'm traveling. Okay, for example, check in. Okay, let's say at that date, and check out, let's say at that date, and I want one adult, one room, and let's click search. All right, by clicking search, okay, they are giving me all the locations, and they are giving me the price here in Egyptian pound. Let's assume I would like to change my currency. I will change my currency from here. I will choose USD dollars, and now the prices are here, USD dollars for the full period. Those things in this site will help you for your choice. You can filter by your budget or your popular filter, or health and safety, whatever interests you more, star rating, whatever it is. But there is an interesting option here also, that you can arrange all of these things depending on price if you are a low budget traveling person. So we can rearrange it according to price lowest first, and let's see the price lowest first for the full period, and you can see that we are having very good prices in somehow okay good quality. Also we can see, also we can check for better quality. Okay, still good price for very good quality. Let's check availability. Okay, I like that one. It looks old, and only 5 beds left at this price. So you are booking a bed in dormitory and 1 bunk bed. See availability. Once you click see availability, the whole apartment or the whole place appears in front of you. You can see all the details of this place, and you can here start choosing the availability. Like you can change the dates, and the most popular facilities here that non-smoking rooms, free Wi-Fi, 24 hours, front desk, terrace, and heating also, because sometimes Istanbul gets very cold. They are also giving you here some selections, like for example bed in male dormitory room, and you can see all the details here, like okay, air conditioning, free Wi-Fi, shower, toilet, heating, hair dryer, and of course if you want any other option like comfort, double or twin room, or classic double or twin room, or standard triple room, whatever you want. But let's just go for the cheapest and select only one bed. You can select of course more than one bed, and they give you different things like free cancellations and no prepayment needed. You can pay directly at the property. So if you, in case you would like to cancel it, they are giving you a specific time and a specific date. In that date, till that date, you are free to, you can cancel this booking for free. Just click I will reserve. Once you click I will reserve, here you are filling your details. They are giving all the booking details. It is for 4 nights, and this price is $35. And here you will have to enter your details, all your details, and bed in male dormitory room. Okay, you'll have to give your full name, and if you have any special request or something, and also here give your arrival time. So you have just to review all these parts, and in the end you will click final details. By clicking final details, you will review again all your details and you will confirm your booking. Once your booking is confirmed, you will receive an email in your email like that, stating the check-in details and the checkout detail and the duration of a stay, the phone number and the address of the place, and all the details. And this is the page that you will have to print and take with you to the embassy while applying for the visa. Many countries also, especially the Schengen area countries, require you to provide a traveling insurance, and you have to be careful and to apply through the companies that are accepted officially in these countries. For example, in case for Schengen area countries, there are some certain specifications for this travel insurance, like the insurance coverage must be at least 30,000 euros, and in general cases you can apply for this insurance online. Now let's look together as a travel insurance companies. Those are some travel insurance companies. You can use any of those websites to apply for the travel insurance, but since I know that travel insurance is a little bit confusing for most of people, I selected 2 companies and we will see together how to apply for travel insurance through those 2 companies. Applying for travel insurance is quite confusing for many people, but here I selected the site europeinsurance.eu, and let's see how to apply for travel insurance. First, you have to select your main destination in Europe, which is I selected France, the start date, the end date. Let's say you're just staying for 1 month and you want this insurance for 1 month, and here you write your date of birth, then get a quota. Okay, so now there are 2 types of travel insurance. The first one is basic, and it costs 19 euros per month, and it covers more than 60,000 euros, which is required because for travel insurance you have to apply for something more than or equals to 30,000 euros. So I will select this one, and here if you want to extend, but just let's keep it like that. For this basic one, I will select it over here, and now I will have to fill my details, the insured person, my name, and the policy holder also, if it is the same person, though the same also details, my own details, and important statements, just some statements, and in the end you will get to the payment. So this travel insurance which will cover more than 60,000 euros for 1 month, it's just only 19 euros. Let's check another site, which is axaschengen.com, which is quite expensive site. And here they give you different periods, like for Schengen low cost, Schengen Europe travel, Schengen multi-trip, get a quota. Okay, so for the prices here, okay, let's first, you need to click get a quota over here for the cheapest one. Okay, and here they will ask you the Schengen low cost. They will ask you about the start date and the end date of your travel. So my first date is this one, all right, 12, and my last date, let's say, will be 11th of April, also for 1 month, and this one for 31 days. And it's a little bit, it's not a little bit expensive, it is expensive, and it covers only up to 30,000 euros. But you know, the difference is sometimes about the rate of the company, and also the categories they are covering in the travel insurance. But here I'm just showing you how to choose, how to apply, because choosing the category, the options, is something depending on you. But many people are just having some problems. What is the travel insurance? How to apply through the travel insurance? So all these other details I will leave to you. I'm just showing you how to apply through the site and what is the real cost of the travel insurance. By saying 30,000 euros, we don't mean that you should have this balance in your bank or to prove that you have it, because some people think so. Those who are not really having experience with travel insurance, then here you click continue, and after you click continue, you click here for the subscriptions. You will have to fill all your details, and after filling your details, you will make your payment, and in the end you will get a confirmation of your travel insurance. And that's how you apply for travel insurance through this website.